Hello and welcome to Juice with Justin. Today I'm having the classic post-training PPC protein shake. In today's episode, I'm going to cover load versus capacity and how that relates to injuries. Generally speaking, injuries occur when the loads placed on our bodies exceed our capacity to handle those loads. Now, when I talk about loads, I could be talking strength, our body's ability to handle forces that we place on it. This could be in the weight room. This could be landing forces in court and field sports. When I talk about loads, this can also mean movement quality. Do we have a sport or a task that has a lot of repetitive action? Are we moving optimally with that repetitive action or movement? And can we handle it? Loads can also mean playing surfaces. For example, if I'm playing basketball on hardwood versus concrete, those are going to be different demands. Also, load can relate to conditioning and fatigue, because when we get fatigued, strength can come down, movement quality can decrease. All these things that I mentioned combined, they can relate to load. So a simplified solution for this is, can we decrease our load so our body's capacity to handle the demands we place on it are acceptable? Or can we increase capacity to be able to handle these loads? Or a combination of both. One way we can look at this whole thing is with a bank account analogy, where increasing our capacity is like making a deposit and increasing our savings, and increased loads would be like making a withdrawal or taking money out. So in general, we want to have savings high, because if we overdraw our account and we stay there for a while, we're going to be at a higher risk of injury. To help explain this load versus capacity and bank account analogy, I'm going to use an example that I'm dealing with respects to injuries, and it's something that I'm sure you can relate to as well, and that's jumper's knee or patellar tendonitis. This is knee pain in and around the kneecap area. Because of COVID, we've had a prolonged hiatus of playing basketball, and usually I'm playing inside on a nice floor in an AC gym. And because of COVID, we've been off for about 4 to 6 weeks here. Fortunately, we've been able to return and play, except the situation is a little bit different. We're playing on concrete and we're playing outside. So combine a change in surface, right, which is a load, along with, let's say, a lack of conditioning, because I haven't really played basketball as much over the last month. My bank account is sort of depleted, and it costs me more to play basketball. So for the first 2 sessions, coming back to playing basketball post-COVID, I've had really nagging knee pain on my right knee or in my right knee. Very simply, this is a case where the loads placed on my body are greater than my body's capacity to handle it. So what do I do here? I've got to manage this injury. I'm not going to decrease my load. I'm not going to not play basketball 2 times a week. So the only thing I can do is increase my capacity to be able to handle those loads. So obviously I'm managing the injury. I'm doing things like keeping the knee compressed. I'm doing stim. I'm doing things like isometrics to decrease my pain so that I can increase strength and my capacity to handle the loads. I'm doing more single leg strength training, some landing drills, just so I can be able to handle these forces. And I've also increased my cardio output. So I've done an extra 1 to 2 sessions per week on the elliptical to increase my conditioning so my movement quality can stay high as I get fatigued. Now a month has passed And I've been doing these things to increase my capacity, increase my deposits, increase my savings, and now, 4 to 6 weeks post me starting to get these issues on my knee, I'm no longer getting them. So there you have it, folks. A simple real-world example of this load versus capacity scenario. In general, injuries occur when the loads placed on our bodies are greater than our capacity to be able to handle those loads. Make your deposits, try to increase your savings, and in general, you're going to be trending the right way to getting yourself healthy. Lastly, I just want to make a disclaimer here. Injuries are really complex, and I'll be the first to admit that I'm just at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to understanding this stuff. The purpose of this episode was to help you just get a simple perspective on why injuries occur, so that when they happen, you can start to better manage them in the future. Thanks for joining this episode of Juice with Justin.